What's up, guys? Mike Patrick. In this video, I want to talk about a possible explanation for why we're seeing so many cardiac arrest issues lately, okay? Now, heart issues have always been an issue, so I don't want to make it seem like, it hasn't always been an issue. People have always had heart problems ever since I can remember, especially the African American community. You know what I mean? You know of people having heart problems when as they get a little older. Okay, a lot of that is just due to lifestyle. You know what I mean? The way we eat, lack of exercise, stress, and things like that. And really, all races deal with it. You know what I mean? And have dealt with it. With that said, it seems like recently though, there's been an uptick even on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, and I heard a couple other people say the same thing. So people starting to tie it in, like people starting to realize, like it is more, more issues of cardiac arrest than we used to seeing. You know what I mean, or hearing about. And mind you, these are the ones that you're hearing about, like the more famous people. Because I'm doing this video. What inspired this video is I seen that Lisa Marie Presley just passed away. Okay, and they said hers was sudden cardiac arrest. Okay, now I don't know the details of it and things like that. And then we know what just happened with Damar Hamilton, and then or Hamlin, I'm sorry, from the Buffalo Bills. And then, like I said, that's more of those. That's a couple of the more um, prestigious or more popular um, cases. But it's been like that. You know what I mean? It's like that with a lot of people. Okay. Um, those are just high profile cases, so to speak. Now to get to my theory on what could be contributing to it is, guys, the Earth has a pulse. The Earth has a heartbeat, so to speak. If you think about it, your body, you have a pulse. You have a heartbeat. Sometimes you gotta sit back and ask yourself, what makes my heart beat? You know what I mean? What's the energy? What's the unseen energy behind the fact that I got a pulse? You see what I'm saying? These are the things that you have to ask yourself. Okay. Now, I through what research I could find, because if you ask good enough questions, some things even Google or whatever can't answer for you. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm gathering is that it's all connected. Our pulse and our heartbeat, and what makes our pulsate, what makes our heart go, is all electrical. We know is all electricity, so it's all energy at the end of the day, right? Um, but basically, it is the Most High. You know what I mean? We're connected to His rhythm, His heartbeat, His pulse, so to speak, right? The Earth has a pulse. The Earth has an energetic signature and vibration that it pulses at, right? A heartbeat, so to speak. Um, and when any of that changes, it can throw off anything else that's connected to it. It can affect anything else that's connected to it. Make sense? And so imagine, like, some people heart can skip a beat and things like that, and some things can throw people heartbeat and rhythm off, and you have heart murmurs and all types of stuff. And now with COVID, that's another thing, is that I still ain't heard them start to tie it in. It's probably gonna come in the near future, where they're gonna start probably seeing that even when people had COVID and they might have got over it or whatever, you don't necessarily know how COVID could have changed your chemistry of your body. Just because you got over the symptoms, or you may have never even showed symptoms, it doesn't mean that it didn't change something fundamentally in your system. Okay? So that's why they see when they looking at people's hearts and stuff, young healthy athletes and things like that. When they look at their heart, they see like myocarditis or whatever, and they're not tying it to it. Did he have COVID? Did we ever diagnose him with COVID? Did he ever test positive for COVID? See, I mean, you can't blame them. They don't know yet. You can't check everybody because you don't even know to make these correlations necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going back looking at somebody's heart post COVID after their you know what I mean, post COVID, looking at their heart or their organs versus looking at it before COVID. You know what I mean? Especially if it wasn't a serious COVID issue, if it was something where they just had mild symptoms, or they got over it or didn't show that many symptoms. So I'm looking at stuff like that, and I wonder if they're gonna start to tie that in. You know what I mean? And take a look at people's hearts and organs and stuff like that, and and hopefully they can, it's people that they were able to evaluate their heart or their organs somehow, some way prior to COVID, and then look at it pre-COVID. And it's only been a couple years, so you figure a person shouldn't age that much in 2 years or whatever. But if they looking at the organs and then it's just totally different from what it was, say, a few years ago, then that may be indication. Um, Another thing is, like I said, but we do know also, lifestyle does play into it. Trying to eat healthier foods, exercising, sleeping, minimizing stress, supplementing and things like that can help. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you just gotta pray to the Most High. You know what I mean? And things like that for your health, your wellness, your safety. You know what I mean? And things like that. And yeah, but at the end of the day, if it's something energetic, you know what I mean, it's not really much you can do about it. You know what I mean? But that is just a way of looking at it. You know what I mean? Energetic changes on Earth, energetic changes in the cosmos and stuff. Not to get too woo woo and things, but it does affect things. It does affect everything. Everything is connected. Everything is like a chain effect. Everything is connected. So something can't be going on different with the earth, and you think it's not going to affect the people on Earth. Make sense? Something can't be going on with the sun, and you think it won't affect all life that lives on Earth, and so on and so on. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. But all right, guys. R.I.P. Lisa Marie Presley. By the way, I wanted to say that because from what I hear, I don't know a whole lot about it. Didn't know a whole lot about it. From what I heard, she was a pretty good person, man. You didn't hear a whole lot about it. She stayed out the spotlight despite being Elvis Presley's daughter, and being with Michael Jackson and things like that, and and having her own music career. And it seemed like she was alright from what I heard. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, peace.